What is going on, everybody? So today's video we're going to actually start reviewing this right here, and a lot of you might be like, well, Jarrod, that is another power station. You're absolutely correct. However, this is a power station made by one of the leading just companies out there, which is DJI. DJI has gotten into power stations the last few years, and they have been absolutely doing a fantastic job at making their power stations better and better as the years progress. So this time, this is the all new 2000. They have the 500, they have the 1000, and now they have the 2000. This packs a bigger punch for your extended road trips, your camping endeavors, your extended home battery use, all the things it could potentially do. On top of that, it can do other DJI quality stuff, which would be like charging your DJI drones at a faster rate. Another thing that I really like about it is the accessories that they offer, as in like a plug and play situation. Normally, I would love to be out in a setting of like a camping setting, which we're going to show in this video. I actually took this out camping with me on my first trip in my new Ranger Raptor after the build was done with the Solid Woodworks crew. I really wanted to test its durability, and I really wanted to test its capability for putting an induction cooktop on this. But before I started cooking with it, I actually tried to charge Salone, my friend that went camping with me, her drone. So let's show a little clip of that, of us going out there and having the troubleshooting issues that we did have with her drone.
We're doing a review on the newest DJI. I would say DJI, but it's DJI.
I always say DJI.
I know,
but
it comes out fast.
DJI.
DJI.
But
this is
everyone calls it DG, like DG.
DG. One of the greatest things about the DJI power stations is they supposedly charge up their drones faster. So we're gonna put that to the test right now before we do all the cooking, and all the rest of the review stuff.
Because don't worry, my drone is dead like it always is.
Fair
always
enough.
Dead.
Hook this up. I've got all the power stuff here. Now, I also have their Power 1000, but the 2000 obviously is bigger, better. We got Glacier is pulling big sticks around.
She's getting firewood for tonight. She's getting us ready.
She's getting it ready. So, what drone do you have?
The DJI Mini 3 Pro.
And I actually have the FPV DJI drone. So my battery's already charged up because I'm smart and I did this beforehand.
I used mine yesterday to film, okay, guys?
Which was your battery?
I just plug it directly in.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
That don't work.
It's a USB-C.
We're going to see if I have that port.
I don't have this. But
I got a lot of cords here. DJI sells all of these separate, but it's nice because you can like organize your cords in a way better manner than I have them all here. So I have a solar input. It all goes in through this SDC port down here. Yeah, it's like that, but it's smaller. Okay, so we don't have that.
We don't have that. So
I guess I don't have the cord for the Mini. I have it for the FPV, but I don't have it for the Mini.
It doesn't come with the Mini. Oh wait, does that fit?
Mavic 3. No, it's the Mavic 3, not the Mini.
So,
there's only certain drones that they can charge the fast ones with. I don't think the Mini is on there. I just realized that. So
that would make sense. Normally this thing takes forever to charge. I mean, we're just saying.
I'm still thinking it might take a while.
If I plug this in, it's gonna take. See, look, this has max 140 watts and 65 watts, so they have a fast charge and a low charge. Yay! All right, let's charge this boy.
Now,
all right.
Well, I don't think it's gonna charge.
It's fully dead.
Is it?
It was at 20%. It's not fully dead, but it's at the return to home dead point, which is like 10-15%.
It's 440 right now, so we'll come back when this is fully charged and we'll see how it is. Sloane's over there. She's actually taking some medicine right now, but her drone is fully charged. And I said it was 440 when we started. It's before, you can't see it because of reflection, but it's 5:35, so under an hour, and it's pulling 0 wattage. So this is fully charged. Now, we didn't even use this SDC port, which you're supposed to use, I guess, for the quick charge. But all I had was the USB-C because, again, the Mini is, I don't have a plug for it. It's still reading 100%, so I don't know how that worked because I guess there wasn't that much wattage that it really pulled. But yeah, I'm gonna cook some dinner for myself here soon.
All right, it wasn't a big deal. I should have known that a little bit better. There are things that I want to learn on my own, hence the review process of it, and there are things that I need to like look at the briefing, look at the fine print, and see what drones can fast charge off of these and which drones cannot. But I also wanted to test, you know, if I want to be off-grid camping and I don't like using propane. So let's cut to me cooking up a burger later on in the evening. Let's go to that.
I really cannot be upset about this whole situation I got going on here right now. I'm probably going to cook all 4 patties, and then I got some Ziploc bags that will store them in my refrigerator after they're done, and we'll be good. Just don't judge me on how I cook my burgers. That's all. But we're going to see how much power it takes up. Now, normally this would be a way different setup. I would actually probably have this power station in its cubby, and I would actually cook out the side here, or the cord can run across, and I'd be able to set up a table out there. But the beautiful thing about a portable power station is exactly what it's intended to do. It can be portable. I can put it on the tailgate, I can put it on a table outside, and I can put an induction cooker. I can cook my coffee in the morning with an electric kettle. There's a multitude of things that I could do. For the AC power, by the way, you do need to have this button hit. So that turns on the inverter that turns that on. All right, we are not cooking yet, but we're about to. Right now I'm just heating the pan up. All right, we're gonna let this cook. Beautiful night, beautiful setup that I got going on, but we got the sink right there. We got the cook going on. I'm running at, it looks like it is 960 watts, and it goes up and down from there. I'm running it at 300 degrees. All right, first set of burgers are done, and we're gonna cook another set. First, we dipped down to 87%. Actually, this is still running, so I can probably turn that off. So that is still running, and it's 0 wattage, but we've got it down to 87%. So we definitely use quite a bit of power on that. All right, well, I had to change my shirt because I was eating my first burger and it dripped down and got all over my shirt. So this is pretty much done now. Delicious, by the way. I'm gonna turn that off. I cooked a little bit too much on that one, but this thing obviously worked like a charm. It was running no problem. I ran it the whole time. Was plugged in. I'm down at 79%. My pan there. I'm gonna leave that plugged in because I'm gonna make sure I gotta clean that up, obviously. But let's clean all this up, and then I'm gonna plug in the rest of my camper so I have some lighting tonight. Okay, so one of the coolest things about the DJI station is they make these ports right here that have a bunch of accessories that you can plug into. So right now I'm actually plugging in 2 of them, and these are outport accessories, or outport ports. And what happens is these are little 12 volt, you know, ports right there. So I'm gonna run my entire camper, which isn't a lot of power right now, but it's enough to, underneath where this is sitting on, just for the video purposes, there's a cubby that would fit this perfectly, and it's sitting on top of the tabletop right now, but it can fit inside of the cubby, and then I can actually run my refrigerator because it goes right into a cigarette lighter port, or the 12 volt port right there. And I can also have a fuse block which runs my lights. It runs my other power in here, which would be like USB, but I have all the USBs there as well. But if I wanted like a different one, if I wanted my outdoor lights, I can run the wire directly to this as well. I could hardwire it into the fuse port as well. So I could hardwire the refrigerator right into the fuse port as well. But the thing that comes off of the fuse block, I should say, is the male version of the cigarette lighter port, or the 12 volt port. So I can now plug it in, and I can have the lights in here at night later on, and so on and so forth, and my refrigerator. So it's a really nice thing that they do, because you can kind of like add and subtract different things on here.
So here's the thing. I had to come back to my apartment, which again, I don't fake things. I show everybody transparent, blah, blah, blah. Yes. I needed to come back home, and I could have stayed out there and I could have done more of a review out there, but I really wanted to test, like I said, the capability and durability. It passed both of those tests, and I did actually run the entire power of my camper for the rest of the night and the next day off of this anyways. If I was to deplete this all the way down to 0, which I didn't come anywhere close to that, but if I was and I needed to recharge it when I got back home, it would recharge from dead to full in 90 minutes using grid power or outlet power, however you want to look at it, 90-minute charge time. The capacity, the battery, the lithium capacity battery in this station is 2048. So they're not going to call it the DJI 2048. They're just rounding numbers. So 2000, it's sufficient. That's in watt hour. The other ways to charge this power station, other than just plugging into the wall and charging in, obviously I have a massive solar panel that is on top of my Super Pacific camper. If I wanted to, I could plug it in via solar, and depending on the wattage of your solar panel and how much sun is out and the angle of all of that stuff, that's how much wattage will be coming into this. Now, I was cooking at 1800 watts. I think I got it all the way up to a little over 14, maybe almost 1500 watts. Don't worry, this thing has a 3000 watt inverter built inside of it. So technically I could have run 2 inductions at the highest I could get it up to, and it would not blow the circuit for the 120 volt. I mean, that's why they give you 3 outlets here, plus the 30 amp. So it gives you that many outlets. So I could maybe plug in an induction, cook with it. I could also plug in like a Vitamix and make a smoothie pretty much at the same time. Will it deplete the battery faster? Of course it will, but that comes down to the math and all that other good jazz. With the batteries that the DJI has provided in here, it has a lifespan of roughly 10 years or 4,000 cycles, right? How this one stands out compared to some others is the BMS system, which is the battery management system, battery management software. It has a nano coating on it, which has an extra level of security to it. The BMS is kind of like the brain of the entire system. It is also one of the most crucial and most important parts of any power, of any, makeup of any power station. Another awesome feature to what DJI provides is they actually have an extended battery. So I've actually showed that in a previous video in the past. I have the 1000 and I have the extender battery for the 1000. Well, that extender battery is 1800 watt hours. So you can add on to your 1000, you can also add on to your 2000. So this already has a little over 2000 watt hours, like I said. You can add another 1800 just by using a battery extender. And it's an easy plug right through this outlet right there, which is the SDC. Easy, boom, boom. And now you've just extended this battery life another 1800 watt hours. Amazing. What I would like to see DJI do is they have the 1000, they have the carry bag. I would like to see some sort of carry bag for this, although the handles are, obviously well placed for it to be an easy carry. It's not that heavy. I was able to pick it up and move it around. Again, I would really just like to see some sort of carry-on bag, and it's more so for all the accessories they offer. They offer so many different plug-in options, whether it's the 12-volt port or the drone plugs, or obviously your cable to plug it in and charge it from the wall, the solar ports, the extra USB ports. There's so many other accessories that you can plug into this port right here. So having like an organizational bag of some sort for that, that's what I'd kind of like to see, of less is more. So you don't want to overload with too many, 120 volt circuits or 110 volt circuits. I like having 4 USB-C Type Cs. I think every device nowadays is USB Type C. So I would almost rather get rid of the A's, maybe get rid of 2 A's, keep the 4, maybe make 6. I don't know, but they have a couple that are ultra fast, which means I could actually plug a Starlink directly in it. I have a Starlink cable, a USB Starlink cable that can hook right up to my Starlink. So now I can hook my Starlink directly up to the power station instead of using the inverter power, which takes a little bit extra power. it is nice to plug it directly into USB-C, which is DC power instead of AC power, if people understand the difference. For the people that have DJI equipment like myself, I have an FPV drone. I have the DJI Action 4. If maybe I'll get the 5 eventually. I'm actually filming this on the Osmo Pocket. So having the same kind of ecosystem, I would definitely recommend having a DJI Power Station, especially if you are a drone pilot, like 100%. Like it's great for that. But it's also great for just your standard, you know, everyday car camping, tent camping, like overland truck camping. I don't know what you call that, expedition truck. Like having it in a van as backup power is obviously essential. Having it in your house as backup power. But you can also click that link below. There's going to be a link for everybody down there. And thank you for DJI for providing this to me and absolutely being able to share it with all of my audience. You definitely want to stay tuned for the more reviews that I'm going on to this channel. I'm going to dive way more into reviews, not just of power stations, but pretty much everyday needs for van lifers and people that travel or car camp or anything of that nature. I'm also going to get a different studio. Right now I'm in my apartment that is, you know, kind of hodgepodge together. Don't worry, studio is coming. Check out DJI, watch my vlogs on my other channel. All of that stuff will be in the description below. Check it out, and we'll see you guys next time.